In this lecture, we are going to be looking at brainstorming keywords, and we are looking at it from the perspective of being inside a company, or you're working in an agency and you've got a client. So this is the internal part of brainstorming, which we call, and I mentioned in the text lecture before this lecture, brand immersion. So for this lecture, let's take sony.co.uk as an example for us to brainstorm keywords around. Now, again, I need to say I'm not trying to sell you Sony. I'm not affiliated to Sony in any way, but as we've used Sony as an example throughout this course, let's keep on using Sony. Now, if you look at sony.co.uk, it's a brochure website for majority of Sony's products. Now, let's imagine that you're in charge of doing SEO for the site, for all the products on the site. So when people Google things, they can come to Sony's website and learn about Sony's products and then become interested in them. Now, how do you find out what people might be Googling to find Sony's products? Well, as I mentioned, the first place to start off with is with brainstorming, understanding the products that you're in charge of yourself. So what we would do in this brainstorming example, we'll just come to a canvas or a blank sheet and use a pen. So as most brainstorms start off with, Sony. I'm doing freehand here, so please excuse me if everything doesn't look fantastic. So what does Sony sell? What is it? What are the pages on its website? What are the main products on its websites? And what is known by the public? What would they type in? Well, let's start with the TVs. TVs are quite popular. Bravia. So we can expect our TVs to rank for Bravia and be well known for that. PS5. PS5. There you can make another string. PlayStation. Okay. Station. Yeah, we got there in the end. What else? Headphones. Yeah, they're very popular on headphones. Headphones. And then within headphones, we've got noise reduction. Then of course you've got Bluetooth. Related to headphones, you've got Bluetooth. I've missed out something very popular to Sony. It is the Xperia mobile phones. They've got some really good ones that they launched recently. Xperia. I think the latest one is the Xperia Mark 1 or Xperia Mark 5, which is great. So as you can see, we've brainstormed some keywords here based on the product knowledge that we have. And by doing this and understanding the products internally really well, we've created a keyword list here, and we can expand this by knowing products even more. So we've got the Alpha Camera series. I think it's like a squiggly line they use like that. So this is a basis of a keyword list. Now, what you would do is get all these words that you've done, put them in a spreadsheet like Excel. Then you move on to the next phase. What does the general public understand? What do the general public call Sony's products? And based off the marketing and branding work that a company does like Sony, the general public should be using these types of keywords when they're looking for products. But as the general public being as they are, people call something themselves. I'll give you a classic example. In the cryptocurrency world, there's a term called HODL. Now that arose by someone on a forum misspelling the word hold. When the Bitcoin price crashed from an all-time high in 2017, if you follow cryptocurrencies, you'll know that when it crashed from an all-time high price in 2017, there were people who bought at the highest price. And as the price started to crash, they began losing a lot of money. So on forums, people were discussing, what am I going to do? What should we do? What's the next strategy? Is Bitcoin dead? Is it ever going to come back to this high price again? And someone on the forum said the best thing to do now is HODL. What they were meant to write though was hold, as in HOLD, but instead they wrote HODL. And now because of that, that's become a term and a phrase that's used in the cryptocurrency world to hold on to your assets, i.e. HODL. So using that as an example, we know that the general public use terms that maybe the company itself doesn't use to name a product or to understand a product or to recognize a product. Now, the next part of your research is to do that. Go out, ask customers, go online, see what people are calling your products, and then create a further list. Okay. But I hope from this example you've seen, by understanding the products and services that you will be directly involved with really well, is the first stage to producing a keyword list. Okay, guys? So keep on watching.